ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a story for you that's really different. In fact, it's hilarious. We bring you a true account of what happened when a Belgian army officer married an American nurse and tried to gain admittance to this country. Our star, Robert Young, has played almost every kind of hero in war pictures and westerns. But we believe this is the only time on record he has played the part of a war bride. We're happy to present Robert Young. Welcome back to our Hallmark program, Bob. It's great to have you with us again. But your role is rather surprising tonight.
You mean you'd never take me for a war bride?
Somehow you don't look the part.
Well, that's what I like about your Hallmark shows, Les. You never know what to expect.
Because the stories are taken from life, and life is like that.
Right. But you know there's another reason why I'm in a good mood.
Oh, what's that?
Well, just before the show, I received a wonderful gift from our sponsor. Sets of Hallmark dolls for my little girls.
Well, Bob, I know they'll be thrilled.
That's for sure, and I want to be there when they see those dolls.
Well, it's something to see. The look on children's faces when they receive Hallmark dolls. But now, here comes the bride. And that's you, Robert Young. The makers of Hallmark greeting cards present on Reader's Digest Radio Edition a light-hearted story from life, I Was a Male War Bride, starring Robert Young.
When I met a United States Army nurse. I was very fortunate to meet her. I was serving as liaison officer for the Belgian government at the German war crimes trial. One day when I was thinking of something else, I stepped into the street and a car hit me. I was very fortunate. If I'd been watching where I was going, the car would not have hit me. And I would not have been brought to the United States Army Hospital. And I would not have met Elsie. But I did meet her. She took care of me and I demanded all sorts of attention from her. Until finally one day she stopped by my bedside with some bad news.
You can go home today, Henri.
What did you say?
I said you can go home today. You're all right now. You're cured. You're being discharged.
I think I feel pain.
Where?
All over. I'm a very sick man, I'm sure.
Oh, you're as healthy as a horse.
Oh, you can never be sure.
We're as sure as science can make us. We've given you tests for everything from the common cold to jungle fever, and you haven't got a thing.
Oh, yes, those tests. Were they necessary, Elsie?
No.
Then why were they given to me?
Oh, I don't know.
Elsie.
Yes?
You arranged for those tests, didn't you?
I?
You.
Perhaps.
Why?
Precaution, maybe.
Or maybe you wanted to find something wrong? Maybe you didn't want me to go home.
Oh, no.
I mean it. Maybe it's meant as much to you as it has to me.
What has?
My being here. The talks we've had. Finding out that you like French cooking and I like American jazz. Talking to me about that little white colonial house your parents have in, where is it?
Massachusetts.
Oh, yes. Very difficult foreign name. You've enjoyed this, though, haven't you? Talking about Proust and Fenimore Cooper. Telling me about the 5 and 10 cent stores and listening to me going on and on about the bicycle trips I took when I was a student. It's meant something to you, hasn't it?
Of course it has, Henri.
You don't want it to stop, do you? What we've had together?
That isn't why I gave you those tests.
Oh, of course not. You wanted to find out that I was healthy, not that I was sick.
Of course.
Maybe you wanted to be sure that you'd have a healthy husband.
What did you say?
I didn't say it clearly, but what I said awkwardly was that I want to marry you, Elsie.
Henri, really,
You what, Elsie?
I don't know what to say.
I'll wait. If you need time, I'll wait 5 or 10 whole seconds.
Oh.
It's not a bad idea, is it, Elsie? You and I?
Henry, it's different with you. You are a cosmopolite. You speak English as well as I do. You feel at home anywhere with any kind of people. But I...
You don't feel at home with me, Elsie?
Well, yes, of course I do. With you. But I wouldn't want to live in Belgium.
Elsie?
Yes?
That's not the question. Do you want me, Elsie?
Yes, Henri.
Oh, darling, that's the important thing. Hang on to that. Don't forget that.
Yes, but...
But you wouldn't feel at home in Belgium.
That's it.
Well, then I'll live in
Massachusetts.
Yes. I live there, and I'll even learn to pronounce it. What you say, darling?
Well...
No hesitation. You said yourself that I have to leave the hospital today. I want to know, Elsie. I want to know now. I want to know that it's yes.
It's yes, Henri.
Elsie, darling, you look very kissable.
Well, kiss me then.
Will that do?
Well, you don't look like a fellow who's going to take a girl to a movie tonight.
I'm not.
It would be nice. There's a good movie at Post Headquarters. Cary Grant.
Oh, I'm much too busy. I'm asking for your hand in marriage.
What?
Oh, in my country, when a young man wants to marry a young woman, he asks her papa's permission.
Wait, and anyhow, he lets me make my own decision.
Oh, I'm not writing to your papa. I'm writing to ask permission of the United States Army.
Oh.
You told me yourself I'd have to do that.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and I've learned that the Army is a very stern, very formal kind of papa. Now, it would be so easy to go around to a top sergeant somewhere and say, please, may I marry the nurse who took care of me when I was in the hospital? But you know what I found you have to do instead? You have to get a lot of carbon paper and make out a formal marriage request and type out 5 copies of your personal history.
5?
5. The sergeant in the colonel's office said all these papers had to go through channels. And I can only conclude that there are 5 separate channels. Oh, it's very serious. And after all your tests in the hospital, they tell me I'll have to have another physical examination.
That's our American efficiency. We do everything twice to make sure.
I'm going to love America.
Oh, let's see what you've written in your personal history.
Oh, it's pages and pages long and very dull. See, educated at the Colonial University in Antwerp. Mm-hmm. My degree, my army service, 5 months in a German prison camp, all very dull. Oh, but here's something here at the end. This should interest you.
What is it?
The sergeant who spoke to me said, why don't you put down why you want to marry the girl?
And you did?
I was doing it when you came in. See? Here. Mm-hmm. I am very desirous of marrying Captain Elsie Perkins because she is a young woman of estimable qualities. Mm-hmm. I beg to state that I have found her most learned and efficient. Her companions in the nursing corps have answered my inquiries concerning her character, which they tell me is of the highest. My companions in the hospital ward have corroborated my opinion of this young woman, but fortunately she seems to prefer me. Mm-hmm. She has further virtues besides those aforementioned, among which I will enumerate her hair, which is blonde and naturally wavy, her eyes, which are 2 in number, and blue, deep, and so on. Her complexion,
Henri Palmier, applicant for marriage to a member of the armed forces, is not a member of any seditious organization. Henri Palmier, applicant for marriage to a member of the armed forces, is not, nor has he ever been, a criminal. Henri Palmier, applicant for marriage to a member of the armed forces, is able to read. Henri Palmier, applicant for marriage to a member of the armed forces, is not suffering from flat feet. Henri Palmier, having asked permission to marry Captain Elsie Perkins, and being morally and physically fit, and the union not seeming to bring discredit upon the armed forces of the United States, this marriage is approved.
Well, I'm sure I congratulate you, Mr. and Mrs. Palmier, or perhaps I should say Mr. and Captain Palmier.
I like Mrs. Thank you, Counsel.
All right, Mrs. Now, I want to help you two, but I'm not sure yet how I can.
Counsel, surely it isn't unusual for people who marry United States citizens to want to enter the United States.
No, what's unusual is for them to get there.
Why is that?
Well, partly red tape and partly sensible laws which prevent undesirables from getting into America. Mostly red tape.
How can we cut it?
Well, that's the problem. Now, how many millions of dollars are you worth, Mrs. Palmier?
1/1,000,000 of 1,000,000.
Well, that's no help. In that case, you couldn't guarantee that your husband wouldn't become a public charge.
I can guarantee it.
How?
I could get a job teaching in some American college.
Well, get it.
What?
Get it. Get the job and your worries are over.
Well, I can't get the job without going over there.
Well, but you can't go over there without getting the job.
Now, Tonto, isn't that silly? Do you mean to say my husband can never get to America?